Hi, Mark Homer here from Progressive Property. Welcome to Garrick House. This is an office building which we paid $350,000 for, which we're in the middle of converting to 23 apartments. Total spend is about $700,000 for the apartments, and it's going to be worth, once done, about £2 million. So it's a significant uplift, a really good value add, and something which we're doing for some of our clients. Now, buildings like this have become very attractive just over the last 3-4 years, primarily because of the recession, because things got very cheap, not many commercial tenants, high business rates, and the fact that a lot of them sat empty. But in addition to that, the government introduced some new planning regulations, which meant that last year you were able to apply for what's called a prior notification, which is a much cut down version of a planning application. So because you don't need full planning permission, there's no section 106, which on a building like this would mean probably a payment to the council in excess of £70,000 just to do it. And there's no affordable housing, which means, you know, normally you'd have to give a certain number of units to local housing associations or pay them some money. Well, that doesn't exist on offices to residential now, so there's a big advantage here. As we go around the building, I'm going to show you in a minute how we've got extra space out of little cavernous areas which we use for filing and storage in the office, which weren't actually calculated as part of the sale price, but we've managed to use as part of an apartment to add a lot of value to this project. So we'll have a walk round and I'll show you those bits right now. Okay, so now we're at the front of the building where you can see we're changing all of the entrance area. We're going to put some disabled access in like the council wanted us to, and we're putting a trench in for a lot of the services. This is going to be a 2-bedroom apartment in this area, but we've managed to add a lot of value through utilising this space that was an entrance area that wasn't added in when we were looking at the particulars or the square footage of the office and priced into the job. So it's a nice little value add for a project like this. This is the old boiler room for the building. This used to heat all of the offices within Garrick House. We've taken all the boilers out and we're going to be putting some units externally, again utilising extra space. We've probably got another 250 square foot out of this area which we can put into the end sale price of the apartments, and effectively it's free. This is one of the main rooms at Garrick House that was used as offices, but you can see we're stripping it back now, doing a lot of the work that we need to comply with building regulations, and even more than that, the warranty that we're getting from an external warranty company on these units. So there's thermal upgrades going in, a lot of insulation, we're putting new windows in to meet U values, and there's a whole lining going through the building as well as a membrane, just so that the apartments are watertight, really comfortable, and last for the duration. This is that area I was talking about earlier where we're going to get significant value add. When the agent initially measured this building for sale as a commercial building, they look at all the office areas and they multiplied that square footage by, say, £40 a foot for this area. Well, this area wasn't included, so effectively as an office it was free because it was just storage. But I knew I could convert this into apartments, getting a full residential value for this top floor. We're going to put 2 apartments in this area going right through that wall into the eaves, you know, and there'll be lovely penthouses with these Velux windows and add significant development value to this building. Because old office buildings like this are often not that attractive, you can get them very cheaply. But once you convert them, you can then render the outside or put some sort of covering on to make them look like attractive buildings, adding significant value to the project. And that's how we've gone from $350,000 to a $2 million gross development value with conversion.